Hello everyone, so final part of this kitchen install on this 12 hipped roof house that I did. If you've watched the other two videos, thank you very much. So pretty much all first fixed. All we've realistically got to do now is get them some appliances in. There's a dishwasher to go in behind me and snap all these doors on. Same with the utility rooms, a bit dark in here, sorry. That unit's been taken out so that the plumber can get his pipes first fixed into this sink unit. Can you see those down there? They are, look. So yeah, I'll just put that back. Same here, a couple of doors to snap on. We've got a fridge freezer to go in there, a couple of doors to go in there. That's ever so dark, isn't it? So, but yeah, as I said, pretty straightforward stuff here. Fridge freezer to go in there. We've got some ovens and warming drawers and stuff to go in there. Like I say, doors and drawers then really, dishwasher there. So let's get on with it. Just preparing the cavity for this larder fridge here. Obviously the fridge housing is not as big as, or not as tall as the housing, the unit housing. So what we're going to do is put a top in. This will form a shelf. Just a little tip here to make this easier. What I've actually done is I've made my measurement 1775 I think in this case, taken 80mm off it, and then I've ripped down a couple of bits of scrap material, which I basically just, as you saw on the time lapse, I just wedge this shelf up to them. This company's really good because obviously these shelves have got pocket screws, but if not, you could use little L brackets here. It just means that you can push the shelf tight up and fix it, and then afterwards, look, he says, for the camera, these bits can just slide out. Oh, can you do it? They just slide out afterwards. Just a quick way of getting that shelf in nice and in the right position, and also make it easier to fix it. Right, so you saw that you have to put these doors on first before you put the fridge in, because you won't get to the hinges afterwards. And what you saw I did then is I put the other two adjoining doors on as well, so that I could get all the joints nice and even, because you have to adjust these doors up, obviously first, again, because you can't get it to, sorry about my shadow there, you have to adjust these doors up first. So putting those other two doors on means I could get all my gaps right. And then what I've also done, you've seen here, I don't think I'm going to show it, but I've just put my level up as well. So just to make sure all those doors, those two doors are lovely in line there. So just worth clipping those doors on, and then, as I said, you can get all your gaps right. So that is actually ready now for me to give this larder fridge a big bear hug and see if I can get it in there. had a mad, I don't know what it's been, hour or so, I don't know, I lost track of time. It actually started raining outside and I had a saw set up, so I had to irritatingly go and get that in. Just the drawers to put on now, but I think I haven't got the right size screws, and the little 3.5 by 16mm screws I used to screw the hinge on I'm nearly out of, so irritatingly I might have to take a trip to the local merchants to get some more screws, which I don't like doing. Let's have a quick look at this, all the little fun we had in this corner. It all works, obviously, all in the planning. But as you can see now, look, we've got this dishwasher door here. I haven't actually fixed this decorative panel on the front here because I haven't got the handles yet. So, but obviously, look, that dishwasher door now opens, look, and you can actually, there's no trap, you can still get your fingers in here, and you can open this bin, obviously, with the dishwasher down. So I think the intention was quite sort of sensibly, actually, that, you know, any scraps or anything could go in the bin here, and then potentially straight into the dishwasher. So this is working really well. Like I said, we've got that little bit of a wider corner post there, but it doesn't really matter. So that's good. That's all in the planning, you know, rather than sort of race ahead and end up with a problem. That's worth, you know, just worth taking a few moments to figure that out. Obviously, I've got to adjust all the doors. They're just bunged in there for now. So, right, let's get some drawer fronts on. As I said, I might have to go and get some screws. And the other thing I did mention is I did get ahead of the worktop templates as they came in, and the worktops will be, at the time of filming this, will only be a week, so the week after next. So as I said earlier, hopefully in this video I can get a sort of end shot. As you can see here, I've got to cut an end panel up. There's a small end panel to go on each end of these wall units, and then I've got to miter together an end panel to go along the bottom like a trim, but I haven't got that yet. So that should be fairly easy. I think I'm probably going to use a track saw there, laid over 45. That'll make a nice cut of that. So let's waffle in, get some screws, get these drawers on. So I've really cracked on it, and I'm just going to say actually that this kind of work, when you get to this point in the kitchen, it's really, I really love it. I've got I don't know if you can see them here, I did a little video on them, but I've got these Bluetooth speakers. There's one over there and there's one over there, and they connect together. And I've got a playlist going, it's some dance music today. Nothing really heavy, but one of those sort of days today where, you know, you have to do all the thinking and get everything up right, get your level out, get all your scribes cut, and think about things. But when it comes to snapping in doors and putting on drawer fronts, it's really cool. You just kind of get into I haven't had to think about anything this morning. It's really quite binary work. Ultimately, it either goes, you know, a screw goes in a hole or it doesn't. What I have got to do, and I will just quickly show you, these are the pan drawer fronts. As you can see, I've put these ones on here. I've just done these ones as well. We actually have to measure these out because of the way the kitchen sort of manufactured, not a mass produced one, so the back of these drawers aren't what I call pricked or pre-drilled for screws. So I just use a bit of masking tape. I'll actually show you on how these drawer mounts for the faces come out and how I measure it out. But yeah, I just thought, you know, some days as a carpenter, you know, your brain can get hot sometimes. You've got to think so much about things when you're roofing or setting things out, but really love just kind of get in this zone and just, you know, you're just kind of free to think, as long as you know, you have to concentrate vaguely on what you're doing. But yeah, I had a really good morning so far, so I'm going to have some lunch now, and then we can really start to get this rounded up. the guy's actually coming today to put the work. That's bright, isn't it? The guy's actually coming today to put the worktops on. So hopefully, if I can set a camera up in the corner, maybe watch him do it on a bit of time lapse, and then we really are sort of pushing this kitchen to near completion. Just could put the handles on, a few little bits of end panels, and the whole thing will be looking sweet. So, kind of as I predicted, because we were up against it really, because the people that are buying this house want to move in, the job kind of turned into chaos, and I just haven't been able to get the camera out. I think at one point here, there's been 11 people working in this house. It's a bit like DIY SOS, apart from, you know, having Nick Knowles here. So, I'm not going to be able to show you. I mean, this is about the best. I mean, everyone's kind of gone, so I thought I'd just stay a little bit later just to try and explain. The kitchen's not a lot different than it was, you know, in the previous part of this video. So I don't think I'm going to be able to give you that sort of finished kitchen. The jobs I've got to do here, let's just quickly turn it around. Look, so as you can see here, the floor's all down and been covered, and I've done all the skirting, I've done all the second fixing. I did want to do a video on how I do my architraves, I wanted to do a video on how I do my skirtings, I wanted to do a video on how I do my doors, but obviously I just couldn't, it was just mayhem. In terms of the kitchen, I've left the kitchen because, you know, I'll just quickly pan down here, look, can't do a video finishing the stairs either. What I've done is concentrate on the carpentry work, so the decorator's got half a chance, because the people are actually moving in here in 2 days' time from making this video, so he's got a lot of work to do. So what I've done is all the carpentry work so he can get on, and what I also haven't done is left what I call the easy bits. So I've got handles and stuff to put on these doors, which is just a case of drilling a hole and bolting them on, straighten all the doors up, put the plinth on, and if I have to, you know, I can do all that cutting outside, so I'm not putting dust in where the decorator's trying to get finished. So yeah, you know, not, as I said, not really the sort of finish I wanted for this video in this kitchen, but unfortunately sometimes, you know, in our wonderful industry and trade, you have to get a push on towards the end of the job. So I hope you've enjoyed watching the bits of the video that you have watched, and if I can, I might be able to, I don't know, I might be able to do a run round of this house when it's finished, and maybe, you know, we can see the kitchen in its glory then. Right, so I've got here really early, and actually it's moving in down. When I left this kitchen last night, there was just mess everywhere. You can see here, look, the carpet's on the floor, waiting to be fitted today. So yeah, I thought I'd quickly grab the camera because there's going to be herds of people turning up at the minute. It's about 6:45, going to be herds of people turning up. So I'll quickly show you. This is about as good as it's going to get, I think. Obviously we've got some protection still on these lights that are hanging down because the seam was only painted last night. Yeah, so here it is. This is about, it's complete, yeah. Really, really happy. Obviously we've got the sort of pulled D-type handles on the drawers and the sort of a pewter effects knobs on all the doors. But yeah, I'm really happy with that. It looks absolutely fantastic. So I'll just stand out here a little bit. You can sort of see how the whole thing looks. So yeah, excuse someone must have been in there last night tidying up. Obviously a little bit of protection on the floor still. So yeah, all the plinths are on, everything's lined up sort of nicely. We've got this pan drawer units here. Obviously, bin as we talked about there, dishwasher comes down nicely here, so that's all working nice. Everything's plumbed up, all the doors are lovely and adjusted as I said. We've got a lovely little magic corner in there, so push it back in. Got this, can we see that? Don't forget that. Managed to get this sort of end panel detail around here, so that all looks nice and neat. So yeah, downdraft extractor, that's all in. We're just one handle short, so I've left the knob on there for now. So yeah, really, really happy with how that went. Shall we have a quick look in utility. Let's turn the light on. Yeah, utility's all done. Look, that looks really good. Job I've got to do today is just put a little boxing on for those wires up there. This is all done. Consume units cut in nicely round. The backboard I put in there. Big larder fridge, obviously in there. Obviously there's just wall units. The cavities for the new condensing tumble dryer and dishwasher washing machine go in there. A treat. They're 610 millimeters wide. The gaps between the end panel and the end panel, so they fit in there lovely. So we're really happy. All the plinths are on. Everything's done. I think one other little job I've got to do is I had to cut this unit down. It was a 550 unit. I've cut it down to a 500 unit. Got a new door. I just got to cut the shelf for that. So. As I've said many times, if you've watched other videos, thank you. I hope you found the video interesting and followed some of the points and bits and bobs I've done. I said, you know, I've got a few kitchen videos on my channel now, but I think each video, each kitchen is slightly different. So, I mean, I might still keep bringing them because there's always different challenges and I can have little different tricks that I use, you know, depending on what the kitchen is. So, as always, thanks for watching.